Hola, everybody. How y'all doing? Thank you guys for the condolences. He was my favorite uncle, Uncle Tip. I remember thinking my uncle Earl, who was my dad's brother, I loved him too. But Tip and Earl both were cigarette smokers, and I used to save cigarettes so I could smell it. I could never be a smoker. I tried, I just couldn't do it. But yeah, my uncle Tip died. He was a chain smoker. He had so many surgeries, and he still smoked, and he was 80 something. I think he might have been anywhere from 86 to 89. I'll find out when the cousins tell me what date his funeral is. Chain smoker. He used to drink like a fish, swear like a sailor, but he went to mass every morning. So I know, Kate. And you know what, you guys? I I haven't even glanced at MSNBC. I haven't glanced at any of them. Hi, Liz. Hi, Kate. Hi, Luana. So I don't want you guys to worry about what's going on. I'm not tapping into them at all because of what I sent you on my community page. Apparently, all the bigwigs for all the NBC, CBS, all of them are Trump supporters. So, of course, they want the man that pays the money. They want the big bucks. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to hope for him. They like to cause the chaos so people will be afraid, just like they did the last time. Everybody was frightened. Yeah, the news on YouTube. Hi, Dan. So I didn't get to my members pick a card today. I'm going to do that at 3 p.m. Pacific. And if I don't do the prayers tonight, I'll do it. Thank you, Wendy. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do the prayers tomorrow. Because I don't know, they're going to find out when they can have the funeral. They'll probably find out Monday. I don't know how Catholics do it. And because he probably wants the high mass. So it could be a week from now or right away. I know, the New York Times too. Exactly. Jesus had like 100 in here. Now it's going on 1,000. Hi, Plucky. I like that name. Bernadette. Kevin Loving. Vivian. Down Mousy. Marsha. Thank you, Lynn. Dad. Colorful Foresight. Yeah, Karen, I dropped the New York Times and I gave them a what for. Hey, Joy. Joy Horjo is here. Our Muskokie. Is it Muskokie? Or I'm thinking of the song that's Muskokie. Anyway, she's our poet laureate. Hi, Bob. So I got to tell you something, you guys, and I'm going to sit down and really talk to you like I don't talk to you before, but today I'm feeling it, And I got to tell you, I had a feeling my Uncle Tip, because right after Cousin Regina pet crossed, I said, watch Uncle Tip be next. And he was. My friend Ron, I told my sister years ago, I knew Ron was going to pass. My sister lost her husband, and I told my sister without telling her girlfriend, I said, Ron will go before his wife. I saw it as clear as day. Yeah, so when they asked you, why are you quitting? I said, sucker Trump. I said, because you lie. You're putting all this crap about Trump, but apparently the New York Times had a meeting, you guys, some sort of closed door meeting. I'm sure they're talking about losing subscribers left and right. I realized I don't never really look what I pay. I was paying $18 a month. To hell with them. Yes, we're going to talk about Project 25, Kathy. So listen, I have you can ask questions, but let me hit the two subjects that I've really been focused on. Hold on, I got to get my... Oh, good news. Tana got finished it took forever. I'm so sorry. 4 months after I released the book. It's finally going to be out on audio. Tana talks to me today. I gave her my bank information and it should be available on Amazon maybe by tonight. Okay, so thank you all for coming. New York crimes. I love it. Wait, where is it here? You guys are going by so fast. Now I can't find it. Thank you, Linda. Okay. Oh, you're kidding. I didn't know that. And I heard the governor from Michigan asked Biden to step down, but she sure changed her mind after the meeting. So he went with the thank you, Ness. Somebody just said that Michael Moore asked Biden to step down, but he must have been going on everybody's frightened. That was a setup. That debate was a setup. Even George Stephanopoulos thing, his mic was off. I'm not complaining to complain like Trump does. I'm just going to tell you, because then he does these other outside things and he's fantastic. I will tell you this, though, before we get into too much. I just want you to know that Biden's going to win. And I think it's going to be like the UK and France, who just announced that apparently the good people won by a landslide. They literally shut out the rednecks, like they shut them out in the UK. And that's what's going to happen with us. We're going to shut them out, shut them down. And not just Trump, all the little people in there. So that I hadn't really paid attention to, I'll be honest with you. I hadn't really paid attention to Project 25 because I knew it was going to be a nothing burger. And by that, I mean, he's not going to be in place. So there's nobody they can put in place once he loses again. Okay. France shut down Le Pen. Amen. But didn't somebody say, might have been maybe when I used to watch him, somebody said they wished that Macron hadn't said he was going to do this early voting because they thought he would lose it. That it wouldn't go the way he wanted. Boy, it went the way he wanted and more. Yes. You guys trust that good people will do the right thing. So this 25, they're going to really hurt the veterans. They're going to hurt you if you're a woman. They're going to try to take away your right to vote. They're going to take away it's almost like they're going back in the old days. They want to take the 19th Amendment, your right to vote. It's almost like so egregious. It's laughable. And yet it's not laughable. You know what I'm saying? It's so egregious what they're trying to do. But remember what I said back when the Supreme Court got rid of Roe versus Wade. It's going to hit them hard. It's going to, all this stuff that they're doing isn't going to pay back. There's no payback here. And then Trump trying to act like, I never was in on that. His name's mentioned 1,000 times in there. Yes, you guys, hold on. Let me do this with 25. Hold on, one of my cousins is writing. I want to make sure. Oh, my cousin Sue is sorry about my cousin Tip. My uncle Tip. Yeah, we just had Regina, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? And then my cousin Debbie, the one that went to Paris with my sister and I. Apparently, Uncle Tip passed very peacefully with his family by his side. So I'm very glad to hear that. But apparently he was with it. He never went bad. Oh, clock's gone. 1 o'clock. Angel of Light and Mercy. Tell me about this 25. Nonsense is what I'm hearing. Nonsense. Much ado about nothing. Remember this last video I did, and I told you a lot of these people are going? Netanyahu, Putin, all of them. I saw beads of sweat going down Putin's head. The world is not taking it anymore. The world is standing up to this egregious. They have awoken the sleeping giant. 25 is just a part of it. It's going to amplify Trump's loss even more. But let me tell you what else is going to amplify Trump's loss. And I'm going to get into that too. Is I'm going to have to turn this off now because it's interrupted me. Is the Epstein. You know, these things about this girl being assaulted, all this has been out even way before 2020. Why it wasn't forced onto the front or people just didn't want to hear it is beyond me. But there's something coming up with that. First, I'm going to look at 25. Tell me about 25. What's the scoop? Oh, 2,000 in the room now. So really, actually, and watch this space, because watch how Biden's numbers are going to keep going up, including his numbers for getting donations. Because of 25, it catapults Biden to the front. That's what I'm getting. Look at this. The world is watching. The world is by Biden's side. Ooh, I love it, except Putin, of course. And the guy from Korea. China, you know, China is like a fish. Like if Biden is doing good and moving forward, China will bend over backwards to work with him. They're not believing Putin's bull. You know, he's saying all kinds of stuff about the United States. Nope. Oh God, Putin wants Trump to win so bad. He wants them to close down all the NATO and everything. Yeah. So look. Thank you, Pam. So look at this, you guys. The Two of Cups, cooperation with this president coming in, taking away all this madness. There's cooperation. Women will stand strong. Look at that, you guys. Even by the end of the summer, we're going to see more information. Thank you, Gilda. More information coming out. Judgment is before these people that did all this. It's interesting. They would think that this even works. Look at the 10 of Cups. Look at that. In the hopes, dreams, and wishes. Have faith. Know your destiny. Sure, we still got a little bit more where somebody's going to say something that scares us, but listen to who's talking to us now. It's the ones that have Trump in their pockets. All these big wigs for these big, you know, New York Times and everything, they're giving to the Trump administration. They want this because it's newsworthy. Isn't that terrible? They'll throw you down the pit. Oh, thank you, Ness. So I just want you to know that this 25, I got to tell you, sometimes my guides just rock. Because when people were saying, Linda, about what 2020, and I kept kind of looking around for it, but I can't tell you, I just dug in and was looking for it. Well, my guys were like, nothing burger, like, you know, yeah, well, it's much ado about nothing. It's nothing. So I don't want you guys to worry. And they tried disinformation. The only time that worked for Trump was in 2016, because New York knew his history, and New York didn't vote for him. But we weren't as well educated as we are now. And we know he is a traitor and a danger to this country. All the bigwigs are talking about it. Okay, so what do you want, Epstein? Tell me about Epstein. So now this is coming out again. Apparently somebody that was assaulted by Trump is going to go public I don't know why I see Epstein sitting by himself, isolated, like he's still sitting in a jail. He did this, psst, like he's done, like Trump is done. All this is true. Oh, Maxine. Now, I don't know. You guys remember what I said, but did I say Maxine will help push Trump over the edge? She feels like she's actually going to come forward with some information that's quite damaging. Oh, you guys, I saw that movie, Quiet, at the theater. It was actually quite good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah, Spirits from Beyond. Let me show you what she said. Because I also felt. Oh, thank you, Daniel. It's a big conglomerate of people that are in with this. He's sitting by himself. He's sitting on the other side, isolated, like he's in a jail. He did so much bad towards others. He's having to feel all of it. And remember, I told you that Bill Barr's one of the reasons Bill Barr was in the middle of this was trying to protect the information on his dad. Remember that? So that's the truth. Apparently, they're saying that Bill Barr's father was, he gave him a job he wasn't qualified for. He was a pedophile, and he didn't want people to know. Ghislaine Maxwell is on vacation near Ron DeSantis' place. I thought she was in jail. Hold on. I thought Ghislaine Maxwell is in jail. Where is Ghislaine Maxwell at? She's in federal prison to serve 20 years. Oh, no, never mind. Ghislaine Maxwell moves. She was transferred to Florida's federal prison in 2022 to serve her 20-year sentence for luring and grooming teenage girls. So, yes, she's in Tallahassee, but she's not free. She's definitely still in jail. The Satan's going to go down badly. I can't begin to tell you. Oh, and Ronnie Boy opened F's. Yeah, so he probably wants, he wants Trump to pay. He's not friends with Trump. You know what Trump does? He gets people like him, and he would like to have changed Nikki Haley, former people running for president, and say, give me all your money and I'll consider you in the administration. I think he might have told that to Ron DeSantis. And then somehow the other, Ron caught on that he wasn't going to do nothing. I know Nikki Haley already knows that, but he's not giving them anything. Just like he did with Mitt Romney. He had him come up to the penthouse and talk to him about maybe a future job. And poor Mitt Romney, well, not poor Mitt Romney, but Mitt Romney. But he showed up, all suit and tie. He wasn't going to give him nothing. It was a waste of time. He just does that because he enjoys seeing people hustle on his behalf. Happy Sunday, Annie. Okay. So, oh, well, listen, you guys, thank you so much. Look at this. I got almost 3,000 in the house. So Epstein, I can see him. It's interesting. Vibrationally, he's a lower vibration, so he's a little hard to talk to. He just said to me, TikTok. Better that they all come to stand in judgment while still on the earth plane than having to be where I am. I think Epstein lied about a lot of things. Yeah, Ghislaine is out for blood. I'm going to tell you right now, she's out for blood. I'm not quite sure what she's going to do. Do you remember the last video I told you that some other big news is coming out about Trump all the way up through September? Some big news. So I don't know if it's about his health, but it feels like it could be something related to the Epstein thing. Yeah, I know Epstein is dead. Maybe somebody said, is he still alive? Okay. So, yeah, Maxwell's in a Florida prison. I think Epstein was murdered. I think Bill Barr, what they are saying, was there before. There was a guy who actually served in that particular prison as a prisoner. Thank you, music. Thank you, honey. And he said that there's no way what happened would have happened unless it was a setup. Suddenly the cameras don't work, the guards aren't there. He's screaming, asking for help. He even said that they were trying to kill him. And he was murdered. I'm telling you right now, he was murdered because he told Barr and the Trump, if you guys don't get me out of here, I'm going to squeal. I'm going to tell everything. We have videos. We have tape. Oh my God, I just heard. Hold on. So Epstein had tapes, and I feel Ghislaine might have some ability to get those tapes if most of them weren't already destroyed. But I feel Epstein's brother. It might be in Epstein's brother's hands, but one of the reasons Epstein's brother is shutting his mouth and not helping because he doesn't need the estate being sued, and then all that money he got goes because of all these kids that he hurt. Yes, he was murdered, but if somebody's asking about a life insurance policy, but they said suicide. They ruled it as suicide with Barr's help. But I'm telling you, it wasn't suicide. That's what I just got on Epstein's brother. It's money. You guys, people change when it comes to money. Like that, remember that district attorney that dropped everything on Epstein all of a sudden? He just dropped it. Then he became in Trump's administration. Hello. Money. Okay. So we did Epstein. We did 25. 25. You can read it if you want, but it's much ado about nothing. Thank you, Sylvia. It's a nothing burger. I'm going to tell you right now, it'll never go into place. It's not going to happen. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I will tell you till November 5th, don't worry, Biden's going to win. And I think he's going to win by a larger amount than we thought. Also, don't forget, there's more news coming up. Yeah, I'm telling you, Epstein swore that if you guys don't get me out of here, I'm going to release what I have, my tapes or something. Remember when Maxwell went to jail? Thank you, Star. And she refused to let Barr come and visit her. Why would he want to come and visit her? He was going to threaten her. And she said, no, I don't want him here. Do not let him come near me. She knew he killed him. Okay. So all of us need to stick together. All of us need to not. I don't even know if MSNBC is still rolling like they were rolling, but I'm going to tell you. I watch the Weather Channel, Turner Movie Channel classics, but I have not. Actually, I'm a lot calmer. It's kind of nice. The only news I watch is on YouTube because YouTube has all those great people. Midas Touch and all those people that give you the real 411. And they're not saying Biden should step down. Not at all. Barr always had bad cards. No more. Always. You guys who have followed me for a while, you know what I'm talking about. I would read on Barr and he had the worst cards out of anybody. Horrible cards. So I can't help but wonder, something's coming up for him. And then that woman saying, Biden had an incident on Air Force One. Ambulances are on their way. She lied, just went out and lied. And I said, oh, she forgot to mention Trump had an incident with his diaper. Everybody's in an uproar. That's the way we can talk. That's our power, by knocking these people out, by not watching their shows, which pays their. You saw how bad CNN has dropped. It's dropped terribly, and it's interesting. The New York Times is calling for a meeting, because I know more people who have dropped the New York Times. You know, you can't make money when nobody wants to hear your lies. Yep, Linda. Plus, you got a high-class name, girlfriend. That's great. That's great, Lisa. She's all over sharing project. That Project 2025 is pretty upsetting. But those of you who have very beautiful soul, and there's a lot of you guys, the problem with everybody reading it, if it was going to matter, I would tell you. But the problem is there's so many sweet people out there that would panic. Oh my God, what? It's not going to happen. They can't bring that into place as long as he's there. Okay, hit me up with a question. Oh, hi, Angie. Congratulations to the United Kingdom. Thank you, Angie. People dropped out of New York Times last year. Yeah, I can't handle it anymore, you guys. Yes, I saw that. I posted that on my YouTube community channel. Wants to get rid of all the VA benefits. It's hard enough to get them now, and they want to cut. They want to cut Social Security, disability, Social Security. Why? And a lot of this disability, Social Security is for children. You know, oh my God, you know, they don't want children to have free lunches. It's like the ugliest of the ugliest, but they will not win. They will not be able to take power. As it is, everybody in Russia hates Putin. Putin's not making any friends. There's so many people are so done with him. He still has some of that army with him, but, you know, I see people just done. And that Project 25 would love us women not only not to be able to vote, but just be like the women in Iran. No say. Pregnant and barefoot. Probably somebody like me would be taken out to pasture because I can't get pregnant anymore. Of course, I could wear a prosthetic. You know what I'm saying? People say she's kind of old to be knocked up. Listen, also, I'm praying for Beryl. Is that the name of that? It's firing up. It's got a barrel. Got a lot of tornado watches. It will do hurricane force winds hitting into Texas. It's not going to be a 4, but it's definitely going to affect Texas. So let's do some prayers for them. And I know Texas is stuck with that God awful whatever he is, governor. Just terrible, man. Good, Carol. I'm glad you don't watch. Carol says she's not watching it. Who's Rainer? Carl Rainer? Rob? He's not going to step down, number one. And number two, these people that are asking you to have him step down would never vote for Trump. So if it's Rob Reiner, even if he's saying that and he's thinking, oh, maybe this is for best, even if he believes that, at the end of the day, if it's Biden, he's got to choose, he'll take him. There's some people wanting to create this chaos, so you vote for Trump. Just because you're asking for Biden to step down doesn't mean you'll vote for Trump. Okay. Will the postponing of the convicted felon's sentencing change the sentence? So this is about what what SCOTUS talked about. I want you to know, I heard from a little bit of an insider in Washington, names not included. This person isn't out there, but worked inside. There's something coming up with the Department of Justice that's going to knock the socks off that SCOTUS. There's something coming up. They're even finding a way, especially once Biden takes over, of totally reversing everything they did and probably getting rid of a good portion of them. But don't forget what I see. I see SCOTUS sitting in front of a tribunal, like a Nazi tribunal, and telling them, did you actually do these things? They're going to go. And I'll tell you why why Thomas even mentioned about Jack Smith. I don't even know if he's legally there. When legally, as a SCOTUS, he's not supposed to talk about nothing that's not on that case. But he had to give his own 2 cents. That was to protect his wife, because he knows she'll be going down. All those saying for Biden to stand down has to be Republican corruption. I know, but who knew that Rob Reiner? Well, apparently the governor of Michigan changed her mind after she went to the meeting. Initially, she said he had to step down. Now she's got his back. So she was looking in a way that wasn't comparable. So I'm going to tell you, Biden is not going to step down. There's no accident coming up with Biden. He'll just keep making a great progress, but there's some towers coming up. Let's just take a quick look, see. Gretchen, yeah. Oh, she said she never said it. People were writing me and saying she said it right out of the ballpark. Okay, let's look at the tower moment, Ness. Tower moment. We got 3,800 in the room. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. And each person that stands, even if you're just watching this because you're curious, but that gives me hope that maybe a lot of you energetically are putting out the light force and wanting nothing but peace. The tower moment. Angel of light and mercy. You know, I'm seeing that black wreath on the door at the White House again. So I don't know who that is. It's not Biden. I don't even know if it's Trump. But somebody big with a big name is going to get ready to pass that served in the White House. Okay, the big tower moment coming. Like raking in your just rewards. 5 cups. Some sort of cheating and or stealing. Seems to involve a woman, something to do with a woman. Going over troubled waters. Might even involve some money. You know, they're talking about, can he get money for a pardon? And apparently he's not supposed to. I'm telling you, you heard what Jared said. Oh, no, I wasn't involved with January 6th. I was too busy taking care of pardons. Well, what he was doing was getting the highest bidder. You guys know that, and I know that. Some judgment is going to come up against Trump. Hold on, let me look. Angel of love and mercy, please give me the truth and only the truth. What judgment are we looking at? Oh, I just saw, okay, I don't know when this is going to happen because you know time frames we don't know, but I just saw Thomas and Kavanaugh loading up a suitcase. I don't know. It's like they're loading up a suitcase. So it sounds like exiting stage left. I see Amy trying to hang in there. But she's in trouble too. What is it that's going to happen before the November 5th election? Show me as best as you can. Talk to me. Some stuff is about Epstein. There are some tapes released. Apparently, they have tapes. And there's tapes too. Ooh, something so ugly, people are holding their nose like it stinks. Like, dear God, man. Child abuse is something that wouldn't be taken lightly, even by his people. I'm hearing it's something to do with shut up money towards people that he knew could blab about what happened. The one girl who he assaulted that begged him to please use protection. And then when he was done, she said, well, what if I get pregnant? And he threw money at her and he said, go get an abortion. But that kind of stuff is, he said, she said, entertainment purposes only. But I'm almost feeling like there's somebody else, some other people coming forward, and there's some sort of tapes. Everybody's going to be bouncing. Even MSNBC can't color that. They're going to have to go back to business as usual. There is no honor with this man. And tell everyone not to worry so much. Don't be afraid. Yeah, he's got the Supreme Court and Aileen Cannon and whack jobs, but these are your brethren too. And no, they do not know what they're doing in helping someone as evil as Trump. Because he doesn't care, I'm telling you. He can charm anybody. He just said some program talked on, I think, Midas Touch. They just talked about how he said, if you know show business, you can be as ugly as you want. What matters is ratings. But what he won't get is ratings anymore. The fall of Trump involves nobody wanting to listen to him. And that will overwhelm him. Oh my God, 4,000 in the room. Thank you, you guys. That was as clear as day, but I did see that black wreath again. Don't mean to scare you guys, but I'm not seeing wailing and crying. Somebody's getting ready to go. Oh, I know, Joe. A bunch of children have just been released. What did Dan say? Women need to come forward. Yeah, the women are going to come forward. There's a few women out there that love their Trump. Those women that wear those T-shirts, scantily clad T-shirts. I'd live in Russia any day. He can touch me anywhere. Yeah, they do have records, Mary, but I see more than just records. That girl's story about what happened to her, I read this way back when. And why America sat on it, I have no idea. But something more to grab people's attention is coming out. That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not quite sure when, but and also the DOJ and Washington, DOJ can't really work with the Trump administration. But I see Jack Smith moving it because he knows that Aileen Cannon is going to say, well, we don't really need to do this because the Supreme Court said, we don't know if Jack Smith is legal. Well, legally, constitutionally, Thomas had no right to even go there. But the devils, the evils will accept what's being said and run with it. So they're making a big deal out of this. I'm going to tell you, there's one SCOTUS that actually knows, and I don't know who it is. It might be Kavanaugh. I feel one of the SCOTUS is saying, like some sort of mass amount of information coming out. And it's something to do because, the Heritage Foundation had financed Ginny Thomas. That's the only reason he's saying that, because he knows Ginny Thomas, his wife, is going up road. So there's all kinds of stuff coming out. Oh, I love it, you guys. Okay. Corrupt Thomas. Yep. But don't worry, they're going to change it right now. Let me look at Jack, okay? With his Subway sandwich. Jack, he's not as freaked out or mad or worried. He has faith. And I'm almost feeling he has inside information that he knows that Trump won't win. I don't know how he knows it, but he's pretty sure that Trump will not win. And he's he's waiting on it. And the minute, because they've already announced to the lawyers for Trump, we will pursue everything about Donald Trump, even if he wins as president, until he swears in January 20th. But the good news is he's not going to win. So they can just keep going. All of this will be wiped away. I just want you guys to know, I'm almost feeling like a cool breeze coming through. And it's hot out here. A cool breeze. Yeah, I saw that. I posted Stormy's funding. Oh, EJ Carroll promised to help her when she gets her settlement. Yeah, EJ Carroll will actually give her the money to pay that fine. She's fighting it, but they just want Trump out of the way. He's going to get out of the way. Okay. But let me look at Jack Smith real quick, you guys. He's talking to a woman, very smart woman, and two smart men. See, they're not as worried about the Supreme Court right now because they have till October. I'm thinking they're talking to someone in the Biden administration, almost like wanting Biden to do an executive order of some sort. Because he's king now, so he can do whatever he wants. But I feel they'll talk Biden, who's normally doesn't want to do anything, over the top, some sort of executive order on something. I can't quite tell what it is, but it helps Jack Smith to be able to move forward. They're really stuck now because of the Republicans in the houses. When that changes, then they're going to move like boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Diane. What's this? Trump squeal on the repubes if he's not now. Oh, absolutely. Hey, listen, do you remember when they were turning Trump away for the fake voting and he tried to act like it was stolen? And then when Kavanaugh turned it down, didn't even look at it. He talked trash about Kavanaugh. Do you guys remember? He posted all kinds of stuff on him. He even said, so where exactly did that money come from that paid off his debts? He said that. Trump said that. Let me tell you, he's going to turn people upside down. But it doesn't matter because he's a done deal. Yes, I see a record. Ness, I see a record turnout for the United States. You think UK and France are good, and UK and France are like this. They're watching us. Please, dear God. It would be terrible. I would even think, this is my feeling, but it's not going to happen, so we don't have to worry about it. I even think that in this election, as they're watching, if there was any chance, and if he did get in, it would be some cheating, but he can't really cheat because the Biden administration is in there. But if there was some chance that they would literally cut off the United States, they'd have to. They wouldn't trust us. As it was, he wasn't even in office. How long? And he fired Comey, and then he allowed the Russian oligarchs to come in. And they were all standing in that room. And while he was there talking out loud, he gave away the UK's intel to the Russians. Laughed and started talking because he's a crazy person. I'm telling you. Hold on. I want King Biden to call their bluff. The Supreme Court only did the immunity because they didn't think Biden would do. Exactly, Cat Funk. Exactly. Biden needs to threaten to cancel the election and stay in office. I don't think he's going to go that far, but I think he's going to do something that cuts the Supreme Court. He might even just talk out loud. He might even say, hey, listen, as if you guys vote for me again as president, I have the right. I'm sorry I didn't do it before. I didn't realize how bad this Supreme Court was going to be, but I have the right to pack the courts. Why not? He's going to do something that everybody's like, oh my God. Like, whoa. Where is that? Jack Smith is not going to investigate SCOTUS. No, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Somebody in the Department of Justice is going to investigate SCOTUS. But there's somebody in the Department of Justice. I see the guy that never does really anything, the weak one. What's his name? Merrick Garland. I see them getting all kinds of intel on these guys with the monies they get for the IRS. That's what I'm getting. So Jack Smith has talked to somebody about what they're going to do with SCOTUS. He may not be able to interfere. But, yeah, let's look at the Republican convention. They're saying it's a cluster. You know what? I don't swear on my show. So, yeah, I saw that movie, Put the Quiet Thing, with my son last night. It was very good. But, you know, I'm the type of person that likes, like my sister likes love stories and Pride and Prejudice. Well, I like that too. But I like Godzilla since I was a little girl, you know, War of the Worlds. I like action. I liked Iron Man, and then I got tired of Iron Man and stuff. Okay, tell me about... Thank you guys for coming today. It's Sunday. I keep feeling like it's Monday. I'm going to probably do prayers tomorrow, you guys. I'll post the time. And I'm going to be on with Mel. And we can go over more questions. Because I don't like to go over an hour. I'm already almost at 50 minutes. Okay, let's talk about it. A lot of different energies all trying to fall in at once. Unhappiness. People unhappy. There's this woman. This is the same woman that showed up when I said, what's the tower for Trump? You don't think that's Nikki Haley, do you? Somebody might come in and say something or get some truth about Trump. Interesting. Which makes them try to cross two different roads. So I don't know if it's a slam dunk for him. The world is watching. The truth will be shining. Traditional ideas, traditional format. Renewed enthusiasm. Temperance will see us through two different ways. This is always talking about bipolar. Two different ways of going. Sort of going in like the Fool. So I've often thought he would be getting the nomination, but let's just double check. Maybe even before, because when are we coming up on the convention? Isn't it soon? Because I feel some really bad news for him coming out. Don't forget the end of July is really bad for Trump. And these people that did the 25, whoever, even if Trump didn't get in there, they'd be busy trying to talk them into going this way, and they won't. I'm telling you, women will stand up. Will Trump actually get nominated to run for president of the United States? Biden will, that's for sure. Maybe Trump isn't feeling well. Look at this. Stepping outside of it, gradually, would we not know till later? There's Biden. Biden is stepping forward. That's interesting. It's not saying, I've often saw Trump running. I see, because we've got to have Trump run. You know why? I know I'm selfish. I'm so sorry, you guys. We need him to lose badly. We need him to sit there and have to face everybody after it looks like Biden has won big time. We need that to happen. If he wins against somebody else, then Trump will say, I told you guys I should have been the runner. So, oh, the votes are there to impeach Thomas. Good. I'm seeing most of that coming up after the election. Yeah, Michelle, I've been doing. And you know what else I never finished watching was The Crown. I'm on season 5 right now. I like that too. So I know this is terrible. I shouldn't wish for this, but I do wish that Trump has to run. And that he just, because all this information that's coming in is just pounding and pounding. And it's getting, like, people I read in the red states, they're saying they're noticing the Trump flags aren't out like they used to be. There was somebody who said they heard from someone, a relative, or they were on the news. This person was on the news, and she said, after seeing Biden talk at a debate, I said, I'm not going to vote for him. And she was like, wherever he was, I don't know what state he was in. And she was at that rally and they were talking to her. And she said, now after seeing him talk, I'm going to vote for him. He's back on. Yeah, Nassan, it's a shame about a VP pick because I don't think he's even got one. And when is the Democrat or the Republican thing? Because I think he has to have the VP before that. He's worried about who could take on Kamala Harris. Who would his VP pick be? Who would his VP pick be? Looking for the highest bidder, but he doesn't want anybody that won't listen to him exactly. 9 of Cups reverse, everything's reversed. Now this is a woman, but I often thought it was a man. It could be a very feeble man. So there's somebody here, and it feels like people are kind of shocked, like, what the heck? So maybe this is some of the big news. The tower with the swords. It's like, what? You picked who? I loved how Kamala said, well, at least Biden's VP said she's going to vote for him. Thank you, Anna. I don't know if he even wants a VP. I'll be honest with you. He wants to run the whole thing himself. He would love to talk his daughter into being vice president. She knows he's going to lose. He was even thinking about Barron. I'm telling you. He was even thinking about Barron. But he's too young right now. So, okay, you guys. So I'll do prayers tomorrow. For members, I'm doing A through something. You guys know. For the pick a card at 3 o'clock. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to go because I don't like to go over an hour. Oh, someone told me, I was reading this lady, and she said her mother, who's a big Trumpster, said, Taylor Swift can't sing. And she said, Mom, you've never even heard her sing. You don't even know what she looks like, which is the truth. She's just listening to Fox News. And Fox News is going to go down. We'll read on that a little later. I've been telling you they're going to have to go back to stage 1. So I love it. Okay, and don't worry, Michael Flynn will get his just desserts, but it's not this year, it's next year. Okay, you guys. Thank you guys for coming. We had 4,843. Thank you so much. Thank you to my moderators, Ness, Lisa, Bob, Marby, Water Lily, Lucky Girl, A through L. Thank you, Lucky Girl. Sherry. I think Dan was here too. And I got Bob already. Connie. Thank you, you guys. I really appreciate you coming and helping. I got the best moderators. I got the best peoples. Karen, thank you. Okay, you guys, I'll catch you later. Don't panic. Stand in focus and know this too shall pass. And hand it over to universal consciousness. And you don't have to be and burning incense and stuff. Just say, I know everything's going to be okay. And thank the universe before it even happens. Cheers.